Hello everybody, how's it going? This is Alberto with A to Z Tactical Academy, and today I am here at the steel range. I'm going to practice two different draws from a competition holster, the stab and the scoop. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm wearing my competition holster. I have my CC Shadow single action only, which I run safety on cocked round in the chamber. So I run open or limited optics on it. And there are two draws that most people in competition do. One of them is they put their hands down here. I'll get a close up here soon so I can show you my tactical cushion better. They put the hand down here and stab the gun as it bounces up to pick it up, right? So it's more of this type of motion. The other technique is to scoop it, right? So I am going to open my fingers. Let me see if I can get it here, and I'll get a close up here soon. And as I move up, as soon as I touch with my pinky the beginning of the mag well, I'm going to start the closing of my fingers in this order, right? So I'm going to go up and then scoop up. Once I'm out of the holster and on the horizontal motion, I'm going to deactivate the safety and press the trigger. So those are the two draws that you see in competition. And a lot of people prefer one versus the other simply because they say that scooping it could potentially lead to you dropping the gun, getting DQ'd, having an ND, things like that. If you practice enough and you get good at it, there is no risk of that, right? So I wouldn't do that if I had a P320. Just kidding. But yeah, the stab is obviously safer. I'm going to say in quotes here, safer, or at least it's more of a comfy blanket for people, right? They feel better at it because they establish a very firm grip with the gun still in the holster, right? So it's basically this, and then now I got the gun. There's no way I'm gonna lose it. The scoop is more like the gun's already on its way out of the holster and I don't have a firm grip on it, right? So that's why people feel bad about it. So let me put the camera lower, close up to my my holster rig, and then show you a few things I do. All right, so don't mind the tactical cushion here, but this is basically my rig, right? It is a no active retention holster from Ghost Industries, specifically made for my CC Shadow. My CC Shadow right now is empty and clear, right? So this is a dry pistol. It does have an ambi safety, and whenever I run it in limited optics or open, which is basically cocked and locked, that safety goes on, right? I don't ever put it in the holster with the safety deactivated. So the safety is activated, and when I holster, I usually put my thumb right here in between the hammer and the frame or the slide, right here, like so, as I holster. Also, when I holster, there is no rush in going into the holster, right? I rush out of the holster, but when I go in the holster, I take my time. There is no reason to go boom and then dropping it in, right? So that's usually what I do. Okay, so the two techniques are the stab, which basically is you're going to move your hand up past the gun, come back and put the web of the hand high on the beaver tail, and that's when you are going to establish that firm grip and pull up. The stab also creates this bounciness on your rig, which helps bounce the gun back up. So it's like this, right? So up, down, and up. Up, down, and up. Now, what I do when I do this technique is as soon as the gun is moving in this direction, my thumb deactivates the safety and I'm ready to fire, right? But when I holster, safety goes back on first before I turn it this direction. Put my thumb in the middle of there, holster. The scoop is a little different. The scoop is I am going to sit right here with my fingers open. I typically put my support hand right here somewhere. So as I scoop up and my pinky touches the mag well, and I start the closing of my fingers to establish grip, then as soon as I clear this part and the safety gets deactivated, you can see it here, then this support hand meets, and then I go up. One thing that you have to be ultra careful about it, and I'm going to do it here because this is a dry pistol, is don't ever do this and point the gun at your hand. Don't ever do that. So you have to wait until the gun is clear and then meet the support hand somewhere out here. So I'm not going to use the support hand. I'm just going to show you the scoop in one fluid motion right there. Oh, I went off camera. All right, here goes. So it's right. So, well, it's a little windy, so sorry for the wind noise. But anyway, I'm going to load up and fire 3 and 3. 3 rounds with the stab and 3 rounds with the scoop technique, and show you the time difference in my timer here. I missed a little bit on the left side, but not by much, probably half an inch or so. That's a 0.96. Let me see if I can get an A zone on that. High on the shoulder. 0.98. Woo! 0.90. That was a little faster. All right. One more. I'll do one more. Okay, that was a perfect A zone at 0.95. All right. So for me, it's in the 90s when I do the stab, right? So how can I quickly shave about 0.2 to 0.25 of a second with the scoop? So here it goes on the scoop. Let me see if I have enough ammo. Yep, I do. Safety's on. I'm gonna do the scoop now. This is the scoop. A zone. 0.80. Hide over here on the shoulder. 0.78. I'll try to do better. Okay. That was good. 0.76. I'll do 2 more. That's A zone. 0.78. A zone. And I didn't hear the beat this time. I heard it at the end. So it's 0.82. As you can see, for me at least, doing the scoop is going to lower that to be in the mid 70s to the 8, right? So 0.75 to 0.8. If I really push it, if I'm warmed up and everything, I can get down into the 60s. I get a little bit more B's and C's on my competition, but if I really want to get into the A's or so, I gotta keep it under the 80s or so for the scoop. And if I'm stabbing, it will be a second for me, pretty easy. So anyway, keep trying it, get better at it, try it out with a dry pistol first and get comfortable with the idea of just a scoop and activating your safety, right? See you next time.